back in, ladies and gentlemen. 302 Sports Weekly. We're back right here once again at Buffalo Wild Wings, our brand new location. My name is Patrick Garianis. I'll be hosting. Alongside with me will be Nick Alessandrini. How you doing tonight, Nick?
I'm doing great, Pat. Ready to get going.
Absolutely. And look, we survived our first week last week here at Buffalo Wild Wings. We're here now for show 2 at the new venue. We had some great guests last week. Thanks once again to St. E's and DMA for coming on, as well as the fans that came here. And we got another great show lined up once again with fans behind us, man. Thanks to you guys for coming, if you guys can hear.
Yeah, and like you said, Pat, great guest last week at St. Elizabeth's and DMA on. St. Elizabeth's ended up getting the big victory over number 2, then ranked number 2 DMA. And that's a big win for the coaches, the players, and all the St. Elizabeth fans, Pat. And that includes you. We know you're a St. Elizabeth fan, so a big win for the Vikings.
I am bipartisan. I don't show any favoritism whatsoever. But no, it was a good game. It was a solid game to watch. And me and Nick Halley, of course, were there doing that game with Fox Sports 1290. And once again, make sure you come down here. Each week, we're going to be giving away some stuff, some swag, as it's listed in our notes here. Phone pops have gone out to everybody. We got some car stickers and a bunch of other products that could be coming up if you're just so lucky. And one lucky fan here in attendance will win a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card. That's almost worth coming down here and showing up right there.
Underrated. So, that's underrated.
All you got to do is let your waiter or waitress know that you came here to watch the show and join in on the festivities.
And as usual, Pat, we are joined tonight by Jason Winchell. And Mike has some business to take care of at Goldie Beacom. He may be here a little bit later. And we're joined by Benny Mitchell as well. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Great to be back here. Had a great time here last week. And I can't wait to have another great night tonight.
Yeah, Benny, first
time
up.
It's great to make that my first time up. Look, had to take the week off last week, but we're ready to go with the new venue and get rolling.
That's it, man. So, let's before we get to where we got to get to, we got to speak about some of the guests that we have here tonight for the show. Give you guys a sneak peek of what's going on right here tonight on the show. So, to preview our 302 Sports and Fox Sports Game of the Week, we have Coach Frank Moffitt and a few players from the number 3 ranked Division I football team. The Hodgson Silver Eagles are in the house tonight. You'll be seeing them a little bit later. And of course, we have Coach Scott Mosier of Salesianum, nationally ranked soccer program from right here in Delaware. And they're going to talk about their upcoming games and a couple other things that they've got going on. So we should have a really good show tonight.
Yeah, sounds like a great show, great lineup, and we should just get it going here. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, let's jump right in. Field hockey, top 10s, and other notes and news you can find on the website. But because we have an action-packed show, we're going right into volleyball. Starting off with our volleyball top 10. You can see the rankings right now on your screen. Not a whole lot of movement, in fact, none in the top 5 teams, but that bottom half shaking up a little bit. DMA climbing from 10 to 7, and now Friends climbing into our rankings at number 8 after being unranked last week. Conrad drops out of the top 10. And look at some of the scores here, Nick. Some interesting ones going on.
Yeah, and we had some great games last week. We'll get into more about the great games we have coming up this week as well. But from last week, number 1 Ursuline over number 4 St. Mark's. We talked about that one at length. Ursuline gets the big victory, 3-0 over them. And then number 10 DMA over number 7 Conrad, 3-0. And then number 2 Archmere 3 over number 9 Red Lion, 0 for those previous scores.
That's it. We got a couple things going on tonight, right? Big monument was just broken. It was breaking news. We just seen it on Twitter. Jason, Maddie Sachs, 1,000th kill for her career.
Yeah, unbelievable. It seems like I've been watching Maddie play for 5 years, but she's been playing well at Tower Hill. Can't wait for her, to see her play again this year. But a great accomplishment to her. So congratulations to the Sachs family. Her dad is the head coach there at Tower Hill, and her sister plays as an 8th grader. So that's great news for them.
It's impressive. Another thing that we're going to have an update tonight, number 3 versus number 1. Padua is visiting number 1 Ursuline. Jason, do you have an update with that?
Yeah, last I saw, Padua took home the first set 25-23 for the 1-0 lead. And they were leading by 2, 18-16 in the second set.
Well, they have been moving right along. A couple games more to look forward to. Number 6, Newark Charter will be visiting number 2 Archmere Friday, 6:15 to start that one. Number 4 St. Mark's will be visiting Hershmere next Monday. That's a 6:15 start. Not only 2 great games, but this is a Dig Purple match. Bracelets will be sold to raise funds to fight pediatric stroke and help families affected by it. So you get a chance, everybody involved with that. It'd be a great game to go to, right, Jay?
It's going to be a great game, but the calls is even better, and that's the stuff that we like here at 32 Sports like to promote.
Yeah.
And it's good awareness for the kids.
And our last big game to keep an eye on, number 9 Tower Hill visiting number 3 Padua next Tuesday, 7:15.
Yeah, so we got done this week of volleyball. So now over to you guys. Anything that was a surprise or kind of catch you off guard this last week in the Delaware world of volleyball?
Yeah, to me it was Friends. Friends played Tower Hill last week and was able to get some revenge from years past and come out with the win and kind of take the independent conference. People will look at Friends' record. They were 3 or 4 going into last night's game, which they won, so they're now 500. But if you were looking, they went 0-3 right out of the gate and 1-4 overall in their first 5 matches. But they played number 1 Padua, number 2 Archmere, number 3 Padua, and number 4 St. Mark's. And they took sets from 3 of those 4 teams, including 1, 2, and 3. So I think come tournament time, they're a team to watch out for. I mean, right now people look at them and go, oh, they're 500. But that win against Tower Hill was huge because it was a top 10 team, and they beat them. And in that game, we might hear this name later tonight, but Danny Nathan, 33 kills in that match. An impressive number against a ranked team, but she went up against Sachs, and there was fireworks all over that match.
I was going to say, Jay, 33 kills. That's an impressive total, to say the least. So congrats to Daniel on that one. And the Quakers, keep an eye on them. They play a really tough schedule, like Jason said. They could be someone, if they can get into that playoff picture, look out for them. Another game that kind of had some interesting stuff going on is St. Mark's visited number 2 Archmere, and that's coming up.
That's coming up Monday.
That's coming up. Wait a second, folks. I don't make mistakes.
Yeah, that was actually the football game from Friday night, Pat. That's why it's so stuck in your head. St. Mark's Archmere.
But what do we got to look forward to in this one?
To me, it's all about Archmere's defense. Archmere's defense has been outstanding this year. They were, I believe, 7-0 going into their match tonight against Tower Hill, which they lead 2-1 on Tower Hill. So they play great defense. The Spartans got Siemens, Vanna Siemens. If you haven't seen her play, go out and watch her play. She's an incredible talent. Going to be going a junior and Beverly already committed to Delaware, so can't wait to. If you're free Monday night, go on out to Claymont and watch the volleyball.
And that's not the only great matchup, guys, that we have coming up this week. We also have Indian River at Smyrna. Indian River is 6-2, but is still looking for a key signature win. That would be at Smyrna. What do you guys think about that matchup?
To me, Smyrna's won the last 10 meetings against those teams. It's probably the favorite in that match. But like you said, IR's 6-2, but they don't have that signature win. Yeah. A win against a Henlopen North team, when you're a Henlopen South team, Benny can attest. That's like a big win if you can knock off a team from that upper division. So in volleyball, I think that's what Indian River's game plan will be. To prove that come tournament time, we do belong.
Hey, Benny, is that a rivalry that kind of transcends the sports that they play, that Henlopen North versus South?
It depends on the sport. Volleyball is just now growing in the Henlopen Conference. Middle schools are starting to pick up. More and more middle schools are starting to get it. I think it's exciting, you know, and I wouldn't take it to the level of a rivalry, but it's more of a in your face.
Yeah.
We're the little guys, and we won this type of thing. At least in volleyball, football a little different. Other sports a little different.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll keep an eye on that one for sure. That's going to wrap it up here for volleyball, but don't go anywhere. Right after these quick commercial breaks, we got Coach Scott Mosier on to talk a little Salesianum soccer, the nationally ranked South. So stick right around. We'll be right back here on 302 Sports Weekly.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley.
Sports Weekly, and we have a very special guest on here, Coach Scott Mosier of Salesianum, the nationally ranked Delaware powerhouse soccer program. How are you doing tonight?
Good.
It's good. Nice to have you. One thing you guys seem to do is you take some road trips every year. That's something that you don't see a lot of Delaware teams do. Colorado, North Carolina, Iowa. Why do you think these road trips like this are important for your team?
One, we get to challenge ourselves with opponents out of state, strong teams, so we can get weaknesses exploited and make sure we improve on them so we become a better team. Probably more importantly, though, is when kids look back at their high school experience, they remember big games and playing well, but they remember the experiences they had. So going out to Iowa, going to Colorado, going to Louisville, those are things they're going to remember in their high school career. So we want to make sure we try to provide those.
Coach, you've had a week off after playing 3 games in 3 days at Go for the Goal in Iowa. All those games were against high-quality competition. First, how does the level of competition help get your team ready for St. Benedict's? And after 5 games in 11 days, ending with the Iowa trip, how welcome was the time off been?
There hasn't been any time off. I'll answer the second question first. It is nice not to play, and we can really prepare for St. Benedict's. But we're probably as pressing right now as much as we always are to get ready for it. As far as the teams we played out there, we played 3 of the top 25 teams in the country. So anytime you travel and play on a different field, different environment against a high level, that prepares us for the next step. So again, we had some weaknesses exploited out there that we fixed, hopefully. We need to make sure we're on our A game for Benedict's. Benedict's is a real deal. They're number 1 in the country pretty much every year. They're usually number 1 by quite a margin from number 2. So we'll be up for a challenge.
And talking a little bit about the results of where you guys is, where you dropped a heartbreaker in that first game. You lost to 8th-ranked Marquette Jesuit out of Wisconsin in overtime. Then you bounced back. You got wins over Blue Valley Southwest, which is a team out of Kansas, and an impressive 3-0 win over 2nd-ranked Cherry Creek out of Colorado to close out the road trip. How important was it for your team to bounce back after an early loss and get those 2 big wins?
Very important. It was the loss was a heartbreaker. We gave up a goal with about 5 seconds left in regulation for them to tie us, and then to lose in overtime. That one hurt a little bit. We played well, but that was a harsh loss. So for us to come back the next day and actually get 2 early goals against a really good team in Blue Valley, and then beat them 3-1 and win that second game 3-0 was critical for them. It shows the character of our team. I think they're prepared going into Benedict's. The next games that if we do go down or something bad happens, which is a chance, then I think they have the confidence that they'll be able to be resilient and bounce back.
Coach, St. Benedict's comes in as the #1 team in the country according to USA Coaches Super 25. Your team has beat them twice before when they've been ranked #1 in the nation. What does your team have to do if it wants to do it again this year?
Every year is a different challenge. St. Benedict's is always strong. They play very direct, real aggressive, big, strong, fast, a lot of Division I commits already. Our team is always a little bit different. Similar characteristics year to year. But this year we're going to have to keep possession. We're going to have to play our game to win. So we're not going to, hopefully St. Benedict's doesn't see this, but we're not going to change our system up much, and we're going to do what we do best. And frankly, if it's good enough, it'll work. If it's not, it won't. But we're gonna play to our personality and what we've been doing and what's got us to our national ranking and our level of play.
Last year you dropped 3-1 to St. Benedict's, and the team this year from last year you dropped 2 of your top goal scorers, yet you're still averaging over 3 goals a match. What's been the key to your guys' offense this year?
Well-rounded team. Losing Gavin Ford and Bryce Wallace are great players, doing well in college. But the fact that we keep the ball even more than we did last year, we end up with 5 or 6 guys in the attack, so we can sustain more attacks. When you have 2 great goal scorers like we did in Gavin and Bryce, a lot of times you just get 1 attack. Sometimes that's good enough just with those 2 guys. But now we tend to have 4, 5, 6 guys around the goal who can score. So really playing a little bit more team-oriented soccer and getting more guys around the goal and around the ball has been the difference for us this year.
Coach, the last 10 years, 6 games have been decided by 1 goal, including the 1-1 tie 2 years ago at Caravel. What makes these games so close and so important that one play could be a difference between a win or a loss?
Well, St. Benedict's is typically #1 in the country, so we don't have to look much past that. We have a ton of respect for their program. They're very well coached, very well organized, very disciplined, work really hard, big, strong, and fast. So our guys are always excited for the challenge. Playing a regional competition that we do, we always look forward to the next challenge, and Benedict's always provides a challenge. So our guys get very excited to play on a national stage against the #1 team in the country. And hopefully we have a team this year that can compete with them. I think we do, but I'm excited to find out on Sunday.
One thing about sports here in Delaware, it's very rare that we get teams that are nationally ranked in any of the sports that they're representing. Do you guys, when you go make these travels to the different states and whatnot, do you remind a team it's the sense of pride that you're representing not only Salesianum but the state of Delaware and try and put the state of Delaware on the map?
Yeah, we try to stay focused on the task at hand. But certainly we talked about that. After the game against Cherry Creek, Colorado, the coach said it was worth coming to the tournament just to have an opportunity to play against us. So things like that are pretty neat to look back on and see the quality, the style we play, and the quality we play. But certainly going out and representing little Delaware, we always have a little bit of a chip on our shoulder being from small Delaware. On the national stage, some teams will take us lightly because we're from a small state. We take pride in that, and we definitely roll our sleeves up a little bit more when we go out on the national stage because we're representing Delaware.
No doubt about it, and there you have it. Coach Mosier from Salesianum, the 7th ranked nationally, Salesianum Sals, this weekend taking on the #1 team in the country, St. Benedict's Prep. It'll be live on 302 Sports, so make sure you check that one out. So it should be good.
Yeah, it would be a great one. It's at University of Delaware, Sunday, 3 o'clock. Like you said, if you can't get out there, catch the game on 302, but it's going to be a fun game, electric atmosphere, and I can't wait for it.
Absolutely. Coach, thanks once again for coming on. Best of luck this weekend. Hopefully we come away with a win. All right, that's going to do it. We're going to take a small, quick break. We'll come right back. We'll talk about the rest of the state of Delaware in terms of soccer right here on 302 Sports Weekly. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted
His career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
As a military,
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly, live right here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Christiana. It's pretty cool having a coach of a nationally ranked team come on here, Nick.
Yeah, that was, especially just to be from the outside looking in, just to listen to the interview. It was really cool. And #7 in the country, that's not too shabby, Pat. That gets swept under the rug. But to have the #7 soccer team in the country be right here in Salesianum in Delaware, that's a pretty big deal.
It's nothing really surprising there from the South. They've dominated that sport for the last couple of decades. But let's move on to the rest of the state of Delaware in terms of soccer. We're looking at the Division I rankings right here on your screen at the moment. There is some shakeups going on in there, including some movement, some big time movement going on. Del Castle moving from 9 to 5. William Penn entering. Not only did they enter the top 10 this week, but they're midway up at #6. Appoquinimink falling from 2 down to 7, and Sussex Central dropping out. Some interesting scores.
Yeah, one big score here, Pat, and that's from William Penn and Appo. And William Penn getting the upset 2-1 over Appo, who's coming in ranked #2 in our 302 rankings. So now we also got some big upcoming games this week, one that you guys just talked about. Against St. Benedict's Prep, the #1 team in the nation. They'll be meeting up with the Sals, and that's Sunday at University of Delaware at 3 p.m. That game will be on 302 Sports, so make sure you check that out. Then #2 in Division I, Wilmington Charter will take on #3 in Division II, Archmere, and that game is Tuesday at Talon Energy Stadium, and that game is at 7 o'clock, and that game will also be on 302 Sports.
Absolutely, yeah. The home of the Philadelphia Union.
Yeah.
So get out there and check those out. If not, we got them right here on 302 Sports, Jay. Big time shot going on there with William Penn upsetting the #2 Appoquinimink Jaguars last week.
Yeah, I remember.
What does this do?
I remember I was at the volleyball game, and we were checking Twitter, and that score update came up, and I was in shock. But what a great win for the Colonials, who now put themselves in that driver's seat in the Flight A. And the Flight A is very competitive this year. Teams like St. George's Tech, Appo, William Penn, Del Castle, who jumped up big this week. So had an interesting Flight A conference, and now William Penn's in the driver's seat with that win over Appo. But Appo responded yesterday, not reflected in the standings. They did beat Cesar Rodney yesterday, so a big win for Appo to get back.
Absolutely. So some big things happening on the pitch. Let's move this right along. Let's get into Division II. The top 10 rankings for Division II are on your screen, and a lot more chalk going on in Division II this week. Not a whole lot of things happening. St. Andrews dropping a couple of spots, but other than that, nobody drops out of the top 10, and nobody new enters it.
Yeah, and what do you know? Archmere coming in at #3 against #4 St. Mark's last week. Another game. They're playing each other, it seems like, in every sport right now. Archmere gets the victory, 3-1 over the Spartans. And then DMA with a big win over #5 St. Andrews, 3-2. And some more games coming up this week, Pat.
Yeah, you look at one big game coming up this week. Number 8, St. Andrews will be taking on number 4, Friends. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Keep an eye out for that one. Another big one that's going on this upcoming week here today. Number 3 in Division II, Archmere. Oh boy, interference. Pass interference. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Automatic first down. But anyway, number 3 in Division II, Archmere taking on number 2 in Division I, Wilmington Charter. Archmere's won 6 in a row in this one. What do they got to do to get the big D1 win?
Yeah, and Archmere's been playing solid on the offensive end and even better on the defensive end, holding St. Mark's to 1 goal there in the game the other day. St. Mark's has a good offense, and Archmere their offense is incredible this year. Even in their loss to Caravel, they scored 3 goals in a 5-3 loss. So I think Archmere wants to prove a point. Now, they played last year at Talent
Yes, they did.
Stadium, and Archmere snuck out with the 1-goal win. I expect another close one there on Tuesday night.
All right, then. Well, let's get some of your picks for this game then. Let me for Archmere, Wilmington Charter. Who do you guys got?
Well, I'm just gonna give you a key to the game.
That's even better. Key to the game. I like that a lot better.
Here you go. I think if Archmere can score more than 1 goal, I think they win, because both these teams can score this year. And I think if Archmere can get 2 or 3 goals, I think they will pull out a victory. Charter, on the other hand, their defense has been playing better of late, and if they can keep the offense down below 1 goal, I think they have a chance to win.
Benny, what say you with your soccer expertise?
I'm gonna take Archmere because I think the Auk is a pretty cool mascot.
Yeah,
and the fact that they won't call it penguin.
That is true.
Right.
Now, I'll say this. If you want to talk mascots here real fast before we move on, I did coach basketball a few years at Wilmington Charter, JV basketball coach. They do have, and this is not a lie, and it's not a slight to Wilmington Charter, they have a calculator mascot outfit that they actually wore around during the open house. That is not a joke. The Force, if they wanted to, could have one of the top.
For 40 years, I've been wondering what an Auk is.
It's a penguin.
It's a penguin.
I learned here tonight, so we all learned something new every day.
That's what we do. We break news straight here on 302 Sports Weekly. But just looking over the last 10 years, Charter has dominated the series 5-1 over the last 10. And of course, like Jason said, last year's matchup at Talent Energy Stadium. That's going to do it. That's going to do it for soccer. We're moving right along to the other football, the American brand of football. We're talking football. What more can I say then? Right after the break here on 302 Sports Weekly.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with a voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware.
302 Sports Weekly. Talk a little football, Nick. Hey, we know a little something about that, right?
Yeah, we've had our playing days. We're way beyond them now, but we might be in the flag football like Newcastle County days now. But we had a good time back then.
The only football you see me playing nowadays is fantasy. But anyway, let's move right along. The Division II football rankings flashing up on your screen. Once again, Delmar seems to be kind of running away with this thing so far early in the year. They're sitting put at number 1. A couple shakeups, including number 10, St. E's climbing up to number 6 this week after a big victory against DMA, who falls from 2 to 7. Nobody falls out, and there really isn't that many shakeups other than that. And looking at some of the scores from last week, number 9, Archmere gets a big win in overtime versus a team that had some early season success. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah.
St. Mark's 34-28 overtime in that one. And then a game that you saw right here on 302 Sports with Fox Sports 1290, St. E's getting that big 20-7 upset win over DMA.
Yeah, 2 great games last week, and we're hoping our 302 Sports game of the week, and we probably know will be a great game this week as well. We have number 3 in Division I, Hodgson, taking on now number 7 in Division II, DMA, and that game is Friday at 7 o'clock. Remember, it'll be right here on 302 Sports as well as Fox Sports 1290. So a big game coming up.
And we'll be talking to Hodgson here in a little bit.
That's right. We'll have them right on set, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And now we're going to dive a little bit deeper into football here. We'll turn to our experts over there. Any thoughts or surprises from last week in Division II?
To me, I'll start with, and Pat can probably talk about this too, the St. E's defense. A week after giving up 49 points to Delmar against a DMA team that can be pretty explosive, they were able to shut them down the majority of that game, holding them to 7 points, and getting that big win against a ranked team that looked really good. Doing it, Pat. I wasn't there, but I was watching you guys. It looked really like they dominated them.
You saw Coach Dooley put together a game plan to contain Karan. And I don't know if Karan was cramping up there in the second half or what was going on, but he had to come off to the sidelines a couple times, and I mean that kind of helped St. E's, but their game plan worked, and they kind of played a little physical football there and kind of took it to DMA, which was a little surprising because that's what DMA is kind of known for. But St. E's really did. They came out, they did early, punched DMA in the mouth, and DMA just couldn't really respond. But Benny, how does this make Delmar look? How impressive does it make Delmar look that they were able to do that to St. E's, and then St. E's was able to turn around?
If there were any doubters about Delmar, there can't be many left.
Yeah.
I was like, well, last Friday night was the night that the lights went out in Laurel. During our 25-minute middle light break, when we lost half the bank of lights, we got to tune into the watching the St. E's DMA game. I mean, it was like not just the St. E's defense, the offense was coming out firing in the first half.
Yeah.
And we're watching a little bit of the game, and Marvin Dooley had a great game plan, and he executed it, and has created some chaos. But that's Division II football. We're midway the season, and now the crazy stuff's going to happen. Laurel Woodbridge last Friday night. Woodbridge jumps out 2 quick touchdowns. It looks like it's going to be another runaway for Woodbridge. And then next thing you know, it's a game in the fourth quarter. And I really felt, as good as Woodbridge is, they escaped. They didn't win. They escaped Laurel last Friday night with a victory. So, it was a crazy game. Lights went out, 30-plus penalties. They got to clean some stuff up if they're going to climb back up in those top 5.
And the Ocho.
2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and set up the game-winning, or the touchdown that put them ahead with a 70-yard run.
And now to talk about one of the other games we had talked about last week, Archmere and St. Mark's playing each other and everything, but they played each other in football and went to overtime, Jay. And Mitch Moyer played a pretty big role for that team late in that game.
Yeah, kudos to the Archmere coaching staff for putting in a game plan of having Mitch Moyer run out of the Wildcat. He's the offensive lineman. He took one 66 yards to the house in the third quarter to tie it at 14. St. Mark's scored 2 quick touchdowns, and then Archmere came back, tied the game. They go into overtime after a St. Mark's turnover. Archmere first play from the 10-yard line. Moyer carries 3 St. Mark's defenders down to the 1. Punches it in to play later for the first ever win against St. Mark's. Down there at St. Mark's, an emotional night as they were playing for a couple people in that game. It's a great win for the Archmere program and puts them in talk here in Division II football.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Right now we see DMA, we see Archmere, we see St. E's with a 3-1 record. Last year, if you remember, the Division II playoffs, I don't think there was a team, I believe, with a record worse than 8-2.
Right.
I believe. Could we see a repeat of that, or do you think this is going to eventually even out to like we've seen in years past?
I think it's going to come down to number one, is how bad the Henlip and South beat each other up. You know, if Del Mar and Woodbridge run through the South, you might get a third South team in. But if they start beating each other up and getting down to that third and fourth loss, that could be a problem. I think this year you're probably going to see a 7-3 Division II team in, because up north they're starting to beat each other up, but they're playing some Division I schools up there, so that's going to save them point-wise at the end of the season.
And St. Mark's, they struggled in their first game, playing a team with a winning record. Coming in, they had played some not-so-tough teams with a below 500 record coming in. And the rest of their games seem to be against teams that will have a winning record. How do you think St. Mark's will fare up against those teams now that they got a little bit of a taste of a top 5 team?
Well, it's just not any 5 teams. It's Woodbridge, Howard, DMA, Salesianum, just to name a few.
Like that.
That's a tough 5-game stretch. Like Benny said, if you want to be 7-3, that loss you couldn't afford was that Archburg game. You could easily go 3-2 in that last, 2-3 in that last 5 and not be in the playoffs. So a tough stretch coming up for St. Mark's, but they could probably bounce back. They're a talented team on the offensive side of the ball. They need to clean up the turnovers. 4 turnovers against Archburg did them in the other night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Division II. But let's move on to Division I football right now. You can see the top 10 rankings showing up right now on your screen. Nothing really doing with the top 6. In fact, they all stay the same. And only a few shakeups down there in the bottom half of the top 10. Things staying put in Division I. No teams dropping out, no new teams coming in. One game that kind of intrigued us last week was Dover and Sussex Central. Sussex Central really... They showed out. A 21-0 victory, I believe, over Dover. How impressive was that, Ben?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, when you go to the Castle, it's a tough place to do business. Mm-hmm. It's hard to play at Sussex Central. Just the setting, the fans turn out. I picked Sussex Central to win the game. I didn't see a shutout coming. Mm-hmm. I really didn't see it coming, but they had a great defensive game plan, and when they get a 2-touchdown lead on you, their offense becomes a defense. Yeah. And they run that ball well, they run that wing tee well, and they eat up clock.
And they're going to have actually another tough matchup this week. One of our upcoming games, number 5 Sussex Central at number 10 Sussex Tech, so they're staying within the top 10 there as they get another top 10 opponent in Sussex Tech. Some other big games, number 1 Middletown at number 9 Apo, that's Friday at 7. Number 8 St. George's travels to number 6 Dover, Friday also at 7 o'clock. And number 7 Caesar Rodney at number 2 Smyrna, which should also be a great game. That one also set for Friday at 7 o'clock. So let's start talking a little bit about this CR Smyrna game. Number 7 CR versus number 2 Smyrna. What do you guys think about that one as we come into that?
I think it's going to be closer than years past for Caesar Rodney as they want to prove. I think the Henlope and North could be a competitive conference this year with the likes of Dover, Sussex Central, Smyrna, Caesar Rodney, all having good teams this year. It's going to be interesting to see how a CR team can play with Smyrna.
And they struggled early in the year. They lost to St. George's,
right.
CR did.
Well, that loss to St. George's, CR's defense was on the field almost the entire game, and it just went from bad to worse. I think this is a year where CR is much improved. Let's face it, Smyrna's real nightless. He was a big thing, but Stephen Whaley is stepping up and playing some good running back. The other game, look at when you say Sussex Central, Sussex Tech, remember that's the Battle of Georgetown. Yeah. Anything can happen in that game. They're 8 miles apart from one another. That's a big game. It's a big midseason rivalry downstate.
Absolutely, and just looking at this Caesar Rodney Smyrna series over the last 10 years, you might be surprised by what you see. CR's got a 6-4 record over the last 10 years. Of course, Smyrna, it's hard to remember with the recent history of the Eagles. And like we said, the Eagles have won the last 4. But like you said, Benny, Will Nightless, what is Smyrna got to do as far as making adjustments and getting themselves maybe to make a run like they did last year where they won 8 in a row?
I think the same thing they did last week. They let their running game set up for the young quarterback, let him throw some short passes with some long runs at the end, and then let them air it out. That's what they did last weekend. I think they got to do the same thing against Caesar Rodney. Caesar Rodney's going to be, they have a couple of really good linebackers and some good defensive ends, and they got to let this sophomore get comfortable. And they got Stephen Whaley in the backfield, who he ran the ball well last year. Remember, Will Knight was hurt in the championship game, and Whaley had to step up. So just get their quarterback in some friendly situations, and make him comfortable. And I think it's going to be a closer game than past years. I think it's going to be a really good game.
And with that being said, we just talked about it. I'm going to ask you guys for your picks. So what are you guys thinking for this matchup?
My son's not going to like this, but it's going to be closer, but I'm going with Smyrna over the Riders.
Ooh, I heard Trex. Like it. Break out the Christmas tree, Benny.
I agree, Benny. The score's going to be closer this year. I'm picking Smyrna.
How about that? Nick, do you have anything to say about that?
Well, last week I went the same way and it didn't work. But I'm going to do it again. I love this Smyrna team. They're so talented. Not saying Caesar Rodney really good. Like Benny said, I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm going to go with Smyrna, Pat. What about you?
Yeah, I think Smyrna's going to hit their stride here. I mean, they got a lot of talent on the field. Yes, they don't have Will Knight. Like you said, Whaley's a heck of a running back. They got Wormley still on that line. Right. And their defense is pretty good, led by, what's his name?
Oh, Debo Williams.
Yeah, Debo. I love it because
my favorite name in football.
Absolutely, Debo Williams. So I think Smyrna will come away, but like everybody has said, I think it's going to be a closer game than it's been in years past. So that's one game. Another game to keep an eye on is our game of the week. Nick, you brought it up a little bit earlier. Number 3 in Division I, Hodgson will be taking on the number 17 or I think it's 17 in Division II, DMA. Up next, we got Coach Moffitt and a couple players from the Eagles, the Silver Eagles, coming on. So stick around, and you'll meet those guys right after the break, right here on 302 Sports Weekly.
His career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began at Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined
Home Improvement Company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway.
I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
As a military...
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to 302 Sports Weekly. We are joined here by the number 3 team in Division I, the Hodgson Silver Eagles.
Whoa! See, you love that. That's the reaction you need.
That's what it's all about, man. Bring the crowd out here. We're joined here by Coach Moffitt Brandon Shimko, Daniel Douglas, and CJ Henry. Guys, how you doing tonight? Good. It's good. It's good, man. Hey, what do you think of the new venue here? Buffalo Wild Wings, pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet stuff.
It's nice. It's nice.
What would your guys say your go-to menu item here at Buffalo Wild Wings is, if you have one? Do you have one? No?
Large boneless.
All right, okay. All right. Well, let's hop right into it. Coach, you guys have a lot of returning players this year. Can you talk about that year of development, how much of a difference it's been going into the season with those guys?
As you said, we had a good season last year. And we were in a position last year that we played a lot of young kids. We were at a point that, we got some kids who can play at the varsity level, so we wanted to give them an opportunity to play. And then you look at the senior class that we lost. We lost some key people last year on the offense and the defensive side of the ball. But we felt coming into this season, we felt one of the things that we have not had in quite a few years was speed. Offensively, I got a couple kids who are pretty quick. Along with some of the other kids playing the offensive line for us. So we had some holes, but I thought, as this season has progressed, one of the goals that we always talk about, let's get better, guys. Let's get better. And I think, from week one up to coming into this week, I think the kids have gotten better. Defensively, we lost some key players from last year, and Jalik Hayward and Ron Wood and a couple linebackers, but we returned pretty much a lot of those kids. And I think so far this year, defensively, we played pretty good football. And offensively, I said, we're a team we can score.
And Coach, sorry about that. Keep going. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, we're good.
Well, I was just going to say, you guys have had such a lot of early success this year. Each one of your games, you guys have won by 3+ scores. How do you keep your team centered and humble and down to earth when you got, especially against number 7 and a really talented DMA team coming up this week?
Again, we prepare every week. I tell my kids, about the opponent. Realistically, it's not about our opponents. We know we have opponents that we're going against, but it's about us getting better. It's about us executing the game plan. It's about us doing what we need to do to be successful. I know DMA is a good football team. At the running back with Aline, and we return a couple good players as well. But we're looking at this game as about us getting better, about us taking care of our business, and knowing that we are going against a good opponent, and that we have to be on point in our game and how we perform on Friday night.
Absolutely. CJ, year 2 as the quarterback here as a sophomore. What has been the biggest difference from year 1 to year 2?
From year 1 to year 2, I feel like I've become more comfortable in our system, and I've been more confident in myself and my teammates. We just bonded together. Here we are now, 3-4 now, going on, trying to get this chip.
And last year when you guys played DMA, it was a real close game, a little bit of a scare there. What impresses you guys about them, and do you guys still have any last year's outcomes still in your minds? Is that fresh in there? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what impresses you guys about DMA, and what do you guys remember from the last year's game about what do you guys have to do or to win that game?
Their skills seems a lot more athletic than they were last year. Eileen being a key part of their offense. He's just one of the guys we key. He's just go in there and do business, and that's all we got to do.
Absolutely. Daniel, you're obviously a wide receiver, got some decent size to you. Can you talk about, how fun that position is and how you look at it? What's your mindset going into games knowing, you're going against some guys defensively?
Our receiver will be a great receiver. In practice, specifically with CJ, we have fun. When we go in the game, we kind of compete with each other. We try to see who's the most yard, who's touchdowns, but we still try to maintain doing our job. Me and the other receiver, Elijah, he's number 2 for our team. We try to see if we can get a pancake block at the receiver position. So we're just having fun and playing the game.
And Brandon, you play in the trenches. A big part of the game is up front and a cohesive offensive unit. How gratifying is it to see your teammates when they break off big runs or big scores, and for you and the guys up front?
It's fueling. It drives us to make better blocks, better techniques, keep us going, so our skill players can get the glory that they deserve. Touchdowns, long yard plays. It gives EJ enough protection time to give the ball to Danny, Elijah, and all them.
Absolutely. So, Coach, going into this game, obviously you guys last year 14-6. It was a tight game. I think it was 14-6 or 14-8, something like that. What would you say are some of the keys for your team that you've been preaching all throughout the year, and especially in this game, going into it trying to show out as you guys have so far this year?
One of the things looking at our DMA, our goal from a defensive perspective, is try to contain their good running back. Not get beat by the big plays, and play our gap control, play a sound defense, and really swung to the football. That's our real goal for Friday night. But again, we've giving credit to my coaching staff and my defensive coordinator, Coach Franz Cabo, and my offensive coordinator, Dave Collins. I mean, when you want to talk about putting in work in preparation for a game, a lot of hours of time doing in preparation every week by those coaches and my coaching staff. And we always, looking at every little angle, every little detail, and those guys do a real great job. And the kids, they have bought into it. And the bottom line is just go out and execute the game plan, put ourselves in a position to be successful. And I think we've had that success, but this is going to be a tough game. I think it's one of the, as far as the opponent standpoint, it's one of the best opponents we faced this year, and we definitely respect it. DMA this year is a team that we're not going to overlook. We're just going to have to go out there and prepare ourselves for a real big battle Friday night.
And Coach, are there any other players, obviously besides the three that you have with you up here right now, that you think the audience, the viewers out there should take note of or might see a little bit of Friday night?
So obviously, three gentlemen we got up on stage, captains, quarterback, the whole nine. Can you talk a little bit about them and maybe some other players that the viewers might not know Hodgson football should keep an eye on?
Brandon Chimko, captain, he's starting off as a tackle and then linebacker as a linebacker for the last couple of years. Danny is an all-state defensive back. He plays really sound on the defensive side of the ball, and he's one of our top receivers. He's 6'3", so he's one of those kids who goes and gets the ball. He's a pretty good blocker for us as well. CJ, CJ's a sophomore, but CJ plays bigger than a sophomore. I mean, I always tell him he's poised, he's smart. Right now into entering our fourth game, CJ's close to 1,000 yards passing. And one thing, when I talk about our offense, there's a thing about sharing the love. I mean, we got four good receivers, a pretty good running back, and they all have made plays. As far as receptions, touchdown, yardage. They've all done an outstanding job for us at the running back. Bobby Arnold has done a real nice job for us as a filling that a running back position. And again, the receivers, there's Danny Douglas at wide out. We got Cameron Thomas at a slot, Najee Lowry at a slot, and Elijah Lewis at a wide receiver. These guys, they're quick, they're good blockers, they can run that. And I really believe this is one of the fastest teams that we've had in quite a few years on the offensive side of the ball. And any one of those guys, ball gets in hand, they can take it to the house. But we try to appreciate it. Let's always maintain positive yardage, and it's a year that we're catching the ball too, which is a good thing. So right now we're I say a multi-dimensional offense right now, and the offensive line is doing a solid job for us to get to the point where we're at right now. I mean, we talk about other players. I mean, I got a player right here instead, Eric Shipko, who's a starting linebacker for it, along with his brother, who's done a real outstanding job for us as well. My overall offensive line, those guys have done a good job. But I say we speak about defense. I got three guys up front: Damar Wallace, Tayshawn Fitzgerald, and Amir Mitchell. These guys are playing like men right now. I mean, our up front guys, they're very physical, and they're doing an outstanding job for us at the interior front for our defense, and makes the job easier for our linebackers who are doing a good job, and the secondary is doing a pretty good job for us. So combined, I mean, our offense, and defense, I should speak, is doing a really good job for us right now.
Absolutely.
But offensively, we have a lot of weapons.
That's exactly that. We've seen it. Trust me, we've seen it over here. So Daniel, Brandon, obviously you guys as captains of the team, and CJ, of course, you're the quarterback, so you kind of are one of the leaders on the team by nature. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, being a leader on this team and how you've adjusted to those roles? Each of you guys can answer.
It's a big responsibility. It's an honor too. It's a privilege, not a right. That could be taken away just like that, and keeps me on my toes, keeps him on his toes, keep this team straight. And we got one goal.
I'm not really a vocal type of guy. I'm kind of laid back, but I try to lead by example by the way I interact with others and act on the field. But as you said, this is an honor, and we all are trying to get to that state championship and eventually win it.
Absolutely.
Me, I'm just like Danny. I'm laid back. I'm a cool type of guy, but I just try to keep everybody's confidence up and just allow them to bring the best out of them.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much again for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you guys coming on, and good luck this weekend. It should be a great game. Good luck Friday night.
There they are. The Hodgson Silver Eagles. Coach Moffitt. Thank you guys, Daniel, Brandon, CJ. Thanks for coming on. Once again, you can catch that game this Friday night. DMA taking on Hodgson right here on 302 Sports with Fox Sports 1290 on the call. We'll be right back. We'll wrap the show up after this quick commercial break right here on 302 Sports Weekly.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group.
Where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Financed in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
And welcome back to 302 Sports. A special thanks to the Hodgson Silver Eagles for joining us on the set. Coach Moffitt, Brandon, CJ, and Daniel. A special thanks to all of them and all the fans for coming out tonight. Respect that. And now a little bit of a blast of the past. We have our Twitter poll results in right now. We're going to send it over to Twitter Mike. Mike, what do you got for us? Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks for joining. It's a little late today. I believe the Twitter poll is Hodgson 65% and DMA 35%. So the fans have spoken. They like the Silver Eagles.
That's it, 82 votes. Thanks once again for everybody participating in that. Once again, our college and professional sports news as far as local athletes and local colleges you can find on the website at 302sports.com, including reading about a former Hodgson player, Bilal Nichols, who had a big game for the Chicago Bears this past week. So let's keep this right along. Let's make some picks here. Let's make some picks, right? Big game. The tribe has spoken. Right? They think it's the Silver Eagles. Let's go right down the line. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, I agree with the fans. I think Hodgson is too much size for DMA, and I think they have a roadmap on how to stop Quran Lee. I like the Silver Eagles in this one. Too much, too big.
What do you got, Jay?
Yeah, DMA lost a lot on the lines, both sides of the ball, and I like Hodgson because of the size.
Let's go to Benny Corso. What do you got?
There we go. I don't get to see a lot of Blue Hen football, but I do know that Coach Moffitt is a Henlopen Conference guy. He's a Rodney alum, so I got to go with the Silver Eagles.
There it is.
All right, Pat, let's go with you. Pat, what do you think?
It's unanimous.
It's unanimous.
Up here. No, I think the Silver Eagles are one of the top teams in the state, and I think they're a team you got to keep an eye on, especially against Division I. As far as the playoffs are concerned, they're a state championship contender, so I think that they come away with it.
Yeah, I mean, how can you go against this crowd that we have behind us here? You can't really go against them. I'm going to have to go Hodgson. I mean, you can't fight the feeling.
That's it.
You may not get out of the building.
All right, let's move right along. Let's go to our Athletes of the Week. Starting off with a pretty impressive performing here on the girls. The winner, Danny Nathan, senior from Friends, put up incredible numbers against two ranked teams this week. 30 kills, including her 1,000th and 12 digs in a loss. The top-ranked Ursuline had a little trouble there reading, and then she had 33 kills and 8 digs against 6th-ranked Tower Hill.
And you actually just reminded me of something, Pat. We have an update from our earlier volleyball game tonight. Padua with a big win over Ursuline, 3 sets to 0. So the Pandas getting a big win in volleyball tonight.
Yeah, the number 1 team goes down.
Yeah.
Padua, the number 3 team, gets the road upset.
They have a new number 1 next week.
We'll have to see. And then our boys, Athlete of the Week, the Ocho, baby.
Ocho.
The Ocho. Jamon Kane, the senior running back from Woodbridge, 135 yards rushing on 17 carries and 2 TDs. He also had 2 picks on defense. Benny Mitchell's guy, man, the Ocho. I love him.
He's the Ocho. I tell you what, and he played effortless, it looked like, in that game. You know, he offense in the first half. They needed some defense in the second half. 2 picks in the fourth quarter. Outstanding performance by the Ocho.
Let's go. All right, it's time to move on. Everybody's favorite part of the show, our top plays of the week. And they are as follows. Number 5, it's Avery Brown and Grace Nordmeyer. Great save into a Nordmeyer kill. Let's watch this one here. As you can see, I might be a little bit behind, but you can see, look at that. That's impressive right here. Back and forth they go, St. Mark's, Ursuline. These two teams are one of the 2 top teams in the state.
That was a great match. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun to call and audio softball.
And here is number 4 if you guys are watching. St. E's and DMA, our game of the week last week. Oh, what a hit there you see come up and make the play. And now we're at number 3.
Yep, Alex Torres. Look at this play here. Boom, the header. That's so impressive to me whenever you see a header. It's a phenomenal play and a goal scored.
Yeah, and a user submission, so remember to send us those videos. Now on to number 2, Mitch Moyer. We talked about him in that big overtime win over St. Mark's. Just watch him do what he does. Get off me, take off, and then he's going to outrun the defense. A big man. They can do it all too. That's why you got to run that wildcat offense.
Mitch told me if they caught up to him, he never would have heard the end of it, so he had to finish it on.
It's incredible. And our number 1 play of the week, Ray Jones. St. E's guy, give it to the St. E's alum. This man just would not be denied. He runs hard, he plays hard, and from Coach Dooley, he's got maybe one of the best work ethics in the state. Look at the stiff arm and just outrunning the DMA DMA defense here will not be denied. Touchdown in a big upset win for the Vikings of St. Elizabeth, 20-7 over DMA. They're your top 5 plays of the week, guys. What do you think?
Hey, remember, the Ocho's our player of the week this week. He was the top play of the week last week.
That's it. The Ocho is putting up quite impressive performances, but that's going to do us here. Yet another show, week number 2 here at Buffalo Wild Wings. Special thanks to everybody. Benny, Jay, Mike, late edition. Nick Alzadrini, everybody behind the scenes with the camera, and of course our special guest, Coach Moser from Salesianum and the Hodgson Silver Eagles football team. Thanks everybody coming on. Tune in next week. Make sure you tune in next week, 8 o'clock Wednesday, right here on 302 Sports. For all of us here at 302 Sports, that's it. See you next week.
Come out and enjoy the show.